Hello YouTube and welcome to another review, and this time we have the William Britton's Gloss range, and this is the King's Own Scottish Borderers. This set was made available in the early 2000s, but I picked this up on eBay fully boxed. Comes in the red sort of shiny box, which I'll probably go through the boxes sometime. And it came in mint condition, never been used, and cost me about £28, which is quite a bargain. This set would have been worth a lot more at the time. King's Own Scottish Borderers, regiment wise, does not exist anymore. It was merged to become the Royal Scots, or the Royal Regiment of Scotland, and that happened just a number of years ago, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. It's got the infamous tartan, these troops wearing their tartan trews, and that's the Leslie tartan, which they wear in their trews, as the Scottish call them. And the actual pipers' kits is the Royal Stuart tartan, which obviously I haven't got any pipers, but it would be slightly different tartan. Detail wise, I mean, these are traditional toy soldiers, so this is why I kind of do like this kind of version of a toy soldier. It is as normal as you can get to toy soldiers without being a work of art like your King and Countries and your more recent William Brittons. So in terms of detail, you're not talking fantastic detail, but there's enough to keep you interested. So I mean, here, there we go. I mean, they've painted a moustache on him, his sashes, his gold belt buckle, buttons. It's done to a reasonable standard, and they do look great on display. He's got his claymore, so it's looking pretty good. And here's our bugler, and this looks very good. And like I say, I'm quite happy with this set. This one's obviously the NCO, the sergeant, and it looks like they moulded the stripes onto his arm and then you just paint onto him, so that's how they've done that one. The guns aren't great, you can see there it's pretty wide, and I'm presuming, well, it is, in fact, that part of that is the strap, which they haven't painted, which is a shame. Would have just made it look slightly better than the way it is at the minute, but you can't get everything. At least he's got his sergeant stripes and his lovely cuffs all done. After that, you've just got the standard infantryman with the same gun, obviously, and obviously the arms would have been cast separately, so this one's just become a standard arm, whilst the sergeant has his just slightly different with that recessed piece of metal there to paint the stripes on. But yeah, a very famous regiment in their day. I think they've got a museum in Berwick-on-Tweed. That's the King's Own Scottish Borderers. This is actually World War I dress, so it's around about that period that you're looking at. There has been alterations in the future to the uniform, but during World War I, this was their dress uniform. They've got quite a few battle honours, Minden being their main one, which they celebrate quite often. And the other thing I'd like to mention, I think, if I'm right in thinking, what was their motto? It was, it's Latin, obviously, but I think it's something like I put my trust in truth and religion or something. I think that's how it goes. But a very, very nice set, and like I say, Minden was pretty much their main battle, and that was how it was actually, I think it was formed properly as a regiment from there. I think they were based in Edinburgh Castle once they left Berwick, but it's been a regiment that's been around for quite some time. But basically that it. Well, I've given a brief history there of them. Well, that's their brief history, but a very nice set, and they sit quite comfortably and can be picked up for a very good price. And you know, as with most of the Britons, once you've got a kind of few of these, they start to look excellent on the shelf or in your glass case, however you want to display them. But yeah, that is the King's Own Scottish Porters by William Britton, and that would cost me £25. So a good buy if you see them. Thank you for watching.